Good day. Oh my God, I wish I knew what I was going to talk about today. But I started a video a couple of times and I was like, this is not flowing. This is not right. And so I stopped and I went into the album and I hit select and I deleted what I had already recorded, which was several minutes, because it wasn't flowing. How often do we do that in life? The general consensus is that when things aren't flowing, we have to push harder. And maybe that's not correct. There really is a good possibility that pushing harder makes it worse. And so, if that's true, then trying to push this video to be perfect, to be profound, is probably not going to work. I cannot tell you the number of obstacles that have been put in my way in terms of making this video. Everything from the dog barking to yet another jetliner flying over, to the next door neighbor's overly noisy vibrating air conditioning system. Luckily, it is drowned out by the waterfall over on behind the camera here. But there's just been one thing after another. You know, today I voted, and let's talk about one thing after another in this context. And, you know, I feel really blessed. I feel really lucky. My experience today was one of walking in, dropping it in the box, and there we have the dog going again about something, which continues to illustrate to me that there's some sort of resistance going on to this video. This is when it's best to throw your hands up in the air and go, I give up. Or step back for a moment. Or just pause. One of the things that I do almost 100% of the time when I get in the car is, before I put it in reverse to back out of the driveway, I stop. And what I do is I fold my hands and I fold my legs and I just take a breath. I just take a breath. Just for a second, I just take a breath. And I do that almost 100% of the time. And if I'm catch myself backing out of the driveway and I can feel that I'm a little frazzled, I'll brake, put it back in park, and cross my legs and cross my arms and breathe for 2 seconds, 3 seconds. If time is an illusion, or if we have all the time in the world, particularly in the context of the larger picture of the universe, then what's a few seconds of stopping and breathing? It's one of the things I love about dog sitting is I get to watch these dogs just chill out, go, okay, that was fun, we played, I'm gonna lie down. Oh, that was cool, yeah, I'm gonna lie down. I love you, yeah, I'm gonna lie down. Oh, and there he is again. We paused when agitated or doubtful. We paused when agitated or doubtful. Every time in my life when I have not done that, I have paid the consequences dearly. Dearly. And it can be something greater than just a momentary irritation. It can be a bigger topic as well. I'll give you an example. I was agitated at my all-time favorite truck. My all-time favorite truck. It had seen me through a lot, but it also had started costing a lot of money. And I got it all fixed up, and then in a moment of agitation or a continuing agitation in which it was time to stop and breathe about the truck for a month, 2 months, 3 months even. I didn't. I sold it. And I spent the next 5 years in sadness and regret over that action. So that can be pretty profound. That inability to stop can have consequences beyond belief. Now, sometimes we have to keep rolling. But that doesn't mean we can't continue to look inward. That doesn't mean we can't continue to stop for a moment. You know, even if a runner in a marathon is heavily in action, if he's truly well trained, or she is well trained, then there's an inner centeredness and peace going on regardless of being exhausted and running like crazy. And I believe that that's where prayer and meditation come in so well. Because we all don't. A lot of people have very, very non-stop lives. I always try to help people get off of those non-stop lives. That's kind of part of what I do for work, is help people focus on what is valuable And here comes another plane. But at least the air conditioner next door finally turned off. So I paused the video for a moment. And once again, giving an example of pause. Just breathe. Just breathe. The world feels as if it's not catching its breath. And of course, that makes sense, considering that the oxygen levels are so low on the planet, half of what they were when I was born. No wonder people are having a hard time. So what is the solution? The solution is definitely prayer. The solution is any kind of sit down and just be quiet for a moment. The solution is little by little, chill. And not in front of the television. Just chill. And sit in the uncomfortability of being with self. And someday, it will feel comfortable. It took me a long time, and I still have my moments. But for the most part, and interestingly enough, during probably the worst, well, there's no question, the worst crisis of my lifetime, I'm in a really good space. And I'm willing to help or guide you as well in that. Thank you so much for listening. Merci beaucoup. Bonjour.